Hello Ami, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for supporting my story. I need your support to grow more in this field. Please subscribe and support my YouTube channel. Also comment down my mistakes and alterations you would like me to do in the upcoming episodes. Disclaimer: this story has nothing to do with the real life of the members. The story is completely from my imagination. The images are taken from Pinterest and Google. In the last episode, Tay was punished by Jimin, who sternly told him not to approach Kook until Kook himself desired it. Kook, having been treated by the others, was finally resting, asleep. Hobie knelt by Kook's bedside, his gaze softening with a sadness. He gently stroked Kook's hair, a sigh escaping his lips. My baby had to go through so much pain, he murmured, his voice thick with emotion. The sight of Kook's bruised cheek and wounded arm twisted his heart. Jin nodded gravely. Yeah, I hope he'll be okay soon. You all stay with him. I'm heading to the kitchen to make something to eat. It's getting late, and everyone must be hungry. Yoongi, who had been quietly observing the scene, pushed himself off the wall he was leaning against. I'll accompany you, Hyung, he offered. He knew Jin would appreciate the help, especially after such an emotionally draining day. Jin gave a small, appreciative nod. Okay then, come. They both left the medical room. Jimin, his jaw still tight with a mixture of anger and concern, turned to June. Hyung, are there any serious wounds? He is okay, right? June carefully adjusted Kook's blanket, his expression calm but firm. No, thankfully, but some were bleeding a little, as it was a leather belt. It was a harsh lesson. He glanced at Kook, then back at Jimin, a silent plea for understanding in his eyes. He'll be so for a while, physically and emotionally. After what felt like an eternity, though it was only half an hour, the tension in the room began to ease slightly. The scent of cooking wafted up from the kitchen, a small comfort. Jimin shifted, a restless energy about him. Let me go and check on Tay. I think this is enough, he said, his voice barely a whisper. The initial blaze of his anger had subsided, but still not cooled. June nodded. Yes, go and stop his punishment. He needs to know it's over, and he needs to process what happened. Okay, Jimin replied, his shoulders slumping slightly as he left the room. He found Tae in Yoongi's room, kneeling down in the corner of the room. Deep sobs left his mouth. The guilt was in the air around him. Tae was clutching his fists, the rhythmic sound of his crying the only noise. I'm really cruel, Tae choked out between gasps, unaware of Jimin's presence. I deserve this punishment for my behavior with Kookie. I hurt him so much. I made him faint. I'm a monster. Jimin's heart ached at the sight. Despite his anger, Taehyung was still his twin, still someone he deeply cared for. He approached cautiously, his voice deliberately calm, though still bearing an edge of coldness. Taehyung, your punishment is over. You can go to your room now. Tae flinched, startled by the voice. He slowly lifted his head, his eyes red and swollen, brimming with fresh tears. Hyung, how is Kookie? The question was laced with desperation, a desperate hope for good news. Jimin's expression remained unyielding. He is asleep after treatment and injections. He's stable. Can I go to him? Taehyung asked, his voice barely audible, a fragile plea. Jimin's eyes hardened slightly. I have already said the answer. I don't want to repeat myself. The words, though delivered calmly, were a sharp reminder of the boundary he had set. Tae flinched again, a fresh wave of despair washing over him. He knew this cold side of his twin, the one that meant business and would not be swayed. Without another word, he slowly stood up and left, his steps heavy with resignation and limped towards the room. He felt utterly alone, completely isolated from the warmth of the others, a consequence he knew he deserved. Jimin watched him go, a conflicted expression on his face. He then left, heading towards the kitchen. In the kitchen, Jin and Yoongi were engaged in cooking, their movements efficient and synchronized as they prepared dinner in a fast motion. The recent chaos had made them lose track of time, and it was already quite late. The rich aroma of garlic and sauteed vegetables filled the air. The dinner is almost ready, Jin announced, wiping his hands on a towel. Let's take it to the medical room so we can feed Kook too when he wakes up. Yoongi nodded, stirring the vegetables. Okay, Hyung, but are you gonna give these salads to Kook too? I saw that his cheeks are a little swollen due to the slap, so it might be difficult for him to chew these. He gestured towards the bowl of crisp greens. Jin smiled faintly. Yeah, I know, Yoongi. I already prepared some porridge for him. Something soft and easy to swallow. Just then, Jimin entered the kitchen. Hyung, is the dinner ready? He asked, his gaze going to the various dishes. Yes, Chimmy, it's almost done. Just a little more salad dressing is left, Jin replied, adding a drizzle of olive oil. Okay, Hyung, Jimin said, pulling up a chair and watching them finish up. After a few more minutes, Jin clapped his hands together. Come on, guys, let's take the dinner to the medical room. It's getting cold. Jimin hesitated. Hyung, what about Tae? Yoongi, who was already gathering plates, chimed in. Let's keep his dinner on the dining table. Inform him to eat it when we go to the room. He needs to eat, even if we are upset with him. Oh, okay, Jimin said, a flicker of concern in his eyes for his twin, even after everything. They carefully picked up the prepared food, bowls of warm stew, fresh salads, and a small bowl of plain porridge, and left for upstairs, their footsteps echoing softly in the quiet house. Jimin detoured to Tae's room. He found Tae sitting on the edge of his bed, staring blankly at the wall. The room was dim, the curtains still drawn. Taehyung, Jimin said, his voice softer now, your dinner is kept in the dining room. Go and eat it. Tae slowly turned his head, his eyes still red-rimmed. Did you all eat? He asked, his voice hoarse due to crying. No. We all will be eating in the medical room, with Kook, Jimin replied, the unspoken emphasis on, with Kook, hanging in the air. Oh, Tae mumbled, his head dropping. Oh, okay, I will go and eat it when I'm hungry. The thought of eating alone, after a day of such emotional turmoil, was unappealing, almost unbearable. Jimin, very well knowing that Tae didn't like to eat alone and would often skip meals when upset, softened his tone slightly. Don't starve yourself, Taehyung. You need to eat. It wasn't an apology, but it was a quiet acknowledgement of his brother's pain. Tae responded, turning back to the wall, a heavy sigh escaping him. Jimin sighed, a pang of frustration and worry hitting him, before he turned and left, joining the others. In the medical room, Jin and Yoongi had already arrived with the prepared food and kept it on the table near the couch where they were sitting. The room felt a little less sterile now, warmed by the inviting aromas. Come, let's eat, guys, Jin announced, his voice a little lighter. It's already past dinner time. You all must be hungry, right? Okay, Hyung, the others chorused. They settled on the couch, the soft clinking of forks and murmurs of conversation filling the room. They ate their dinner while chatting with each other, a deliberate effort to lift the heavy atmosphere. Soon, they were done eating, the plates cleared. After some time, as the room settled into a comfortable silence broken only by their quiet breathing, Cook began to shift in his sleep, mumbling something. His brow furrowed, and a whimper escaped his lips. June, who was sitting closest to the bed, noticed this immediately. He gently reached out and placed a hand on Cook's forehead. Hyung, no. Please don't beat me. I won't repeat it, Cook mumbled, his voice thick with fear, reliving the trauma in his dreams. Namjoon's heart clenched. Cook, baby, wake up, hey buddy. It's just a dream, wake up. He gently shook Cook's shoulder. Cook's eyes fluttered open, wide and unfocused, filled with terror. He blinked a few times, trying to orient himself. Hyung, he beat me again, he whispered, his voice trembling. No, Cook. It was just a nightmare. Relax. June reassured him, his voice soft and soothing. He pulled Cook into a comforting hug. Is it? Jungkook asked, clinging to June. Yes, June affirmed, stroking Cook's hair. Cook relaxed in his arms, the nightmare slowly receding from his mind. June pulled back slightly, his expression gentle. Come on, get up. It's already night. Have your dinner, and then you can sleep properly. Cook winced, touching his cheek. I don't want anything, Hyung. My cheeks are hurting a lot. I won't be able to chew. No. You should eat something, Cookie, Jin interrupted, already reaching for the porridge. Jin Hyung has prepared porridge for you. It's soft. You won't have to chew much. June exclaimed. Come, Cookie. Let's eat, Jin said, holding out the bowl. Cook agreed, still looking a little hesitant but too tired to argue. Jin carefully helped him sit up, propping pillows behind him. He then began to spoon-feed Jungkook the warm porridge, each bite taken slowly, carefully, as Jungkook winced occasionally. After some time, the small bowl was empty. Cook sighed, feeling a little stronger. Hyungji, he mumbled, looking at Jin with tired eyes, can you take me to my room? Jin smiled warmly. Yeah, Cookie, we can go after applying ointment on your wounds. just to make sure they're healing well. Cook didn't refuse, feeling the pain in his body subside to a dull ache. He was just grateful for the care and attention. Later, in Cook's room, Jin gently settled Cook on his bed, making sure he was comfortable. Now sleep. It's already late, Jin said, tucking him in. Hyung-ji, can you sleep with me? Cook asked, his voice small and vulnerable, a familiar habit from his younger days when he was scared or hurt. Jin's heart melted. Yeah, Cookie, why not? I will definitely sleep here tonight. He climbed into the bed beside Cook, pulling him gently into an embrace, a silent promise of protection and comfort. Next day morning, the house was quieter than usual, a gentle hum of normalcy slowly returning. Cook was now a little better, the pain less sharp, though he still limped noticeably while walking. His cheeks were still tender to the touch. Jin had already told him not to go to college and to take the day to rest and recover. In the kitchen, Jin and Hobie were preparing breakfast for everyone. The aroma of sizzling bacon and fresh coffee filled the air. Breakfast is ready, everyone. Jin called out from the kitchen, his voice carrying through the house. Let's eat together in the dining room. Soon, the members began to gather. June was the first to arrive, followed by Yoongi and Jimin. Jimin looked towards Tae's room, a silent question in his eyes, but didn't say anything. Cook, still moving slowly, entered the dining room with Jin supporting him gently. He immediately noticed Tape already seated at the table, picking at his food with a distant look. A wave of discomfort washed over Cook. He tightened his grip on Jin's arm, his eyes darting away from Tae. Tae, who had been avoiding eye contact with everyone, felt Cook's presence the moment he entered. He subtly lifted his gaze and saw Cook flinch, saw the way Cook's shoulders tensed and how he clung to Jin. A deep pang of sadness, sharp and immediate, hit Tae. His heart ached. He had done this. He had made his precious McNay uncomfortable in his own home. The guilt he felt intensified more and more. He quickly lowered his eyes back to his plate, unable to bear the sight of Cook's unease, or the silent accusation in his own reflection. The usual lively breakfast chatter was muted. Everyone sensed the unspoken tension between Cook and Tae. Conversations were polite, hushed, and carefully steered away from anything that might increase the awkwardness. Good morning, Cookie, Hobie said brightly, trying to bring some cheer into the atmosphere as he helped Jin set down plates. How are you feeling this morning? Did you sleep well? Cook managed a small, forced smile. Morning, Hyung. A bit better, thank you. The pain's less now. He kept his voice low, his gaze fixed on the plate Jin set before him. That's good to hear, Jin replied, ruffling Cook's hair gently. You make sure you finish all your food. We need to get your strength back. He then turned to the others. June, Yoongi, Jimin, don't just stare at your plates. Dig in before it gets cold. June cleared his throat. Right. The bacon smells amazing, Jin Hyung. He glanced briefly at Taehyung, who was still only pushing food around his plate, then back at his own. Are you heading to the hospital today, Yoongi Hyung? Yoongi grunted in response. Later. Got some works to do. What about you, Jimin? Any work today? He was attempting to create some normal conversation, but the underlying current was hard to ignore. No. Today no work for interns as the past few days were too hectic for us. So, our senior granted a leave for a day. Jimin said, his voice a little softer than usual. Jin asked, "Oh, so you will be able to manage Cookie, right? I was about to take a leave but an important surgery got scheduled today." Jimin replied, "Yeah, Hyung, I will manage him. Right, Cook?" Cook just nodded with a smile. Yoongi then looked directly at Tae, a gentle but coldness in his voice. Taehyung, you should eat something. You didn't even touch your dinner last night. Tae flinched slightly at being addressed directly, especially by Yoongi. He risked a quick glance up, his eyes briefly meeting Yoongi's, before dropping them again. "I'm not very hungry, Hyung," he mumbled, his voice barely audible. Jimin sighed quietly. "You need your energy. Don't starve yourself." The conversation drifted, punctuated by long silences. Jin and Hobie tried their best to keep the atmosphere light, taking about their morning, but the efforts felt strained. "This coffee is excellent, Hyung," Hobie piped up, taking a large gulp. "Just what I needed." Jin chuckled softly. "Glad someone appreciates my brewing skills. It's strong for a reason, Hobie. We've got a lot to do today." He then looked at Cook. "Cookie, do you want some more banana milk? Or perhaps some of that fresh fruit?" "No. Thank you, Hyung," Cook replied, shaking his head. He had finished his portion, but his movements remained stiff, and he still avoided looking at Tae. Tae, meanwhile, felt each of Cook's words like a small, dull ache. The fact that Cook wouldn't even glance his way, that his discomfort was so evident, twisted a knot in Tae's stomach. He wanted to apologize, to reach out, but the invisible wall between them, built by his own actions, were not allowing him. He knew he deserved this distance, but it didn't make the pain any less. After a quiet breakfast, Cook was gently led back to his room by Jin, who insisted he rest further. The remaining members slowly dispersed, leaving Tae alone at the dining table, staring at his untouched food, the weight of his actions pressing down on him. The silence in the dining room felt heavy. What do you think will happen next? Will this prolonged tension push Taehyung to finally confront Jungkook, or will someone else intervene to bridge the gap? To be continued. That's it for today. I hope you all like it. Please subscribe and support me, and also please be free to make suggestions to make my writing better. Thanks to everyone who are supporting me. The last target is not yet achieved, but I didn't want it to make you guys wait more. Please try to comment your thoughts on my writing and suggestions for the next episodes.